All right, day 41 of 365 days of meditation. As I mentioned in the last video, I'm just sort of, now getting over a flu. I've been fighting it for the last couple days. Didn't sleep the greatest last night. I've been sleeping a lot lately though, so that might be why. But again, got up around 5. I think I meditated for somewhere between an hour and 15 minutes. Sat down, I think for about half of that, maybe half hour to 45, I was sitting and I was just nodding off constantly. Although I couldn't sleep all throughout the night, I also couldn't stay awake in the meditation. After sitting there for half hour, 45, I decided to get down on the floor, give myself a break, give myself a bit of a rest, be easy on myself because I am fighting the flu. So I lied down on the carpet and covered myself in a blanket and just proceeded to meditate on the floor. And I actually find that going from a seated meditation to the floor afterwards can yield some pretty interesting results. So that was today's practice. It didn't really yield much other than confirming that I didn't sleep well and I needed some more rest, so I went back to bed afterwards. But that was today. I did want to go back and sort of recap yesterday's meditation as well. I know I mentioned, going through and accepting what was coming at me, but it was pretty difficult yesterday. The emotions were pretty raw. And I know I've been struggling a little bit with sort of my mood for the past couple days, 2-3 days. And it definitely showed up in yesterday's meditation. And I found myself frustrated at times, quite angry, slipping back into, noticing thoughts that were not at all helpful and sort of the emotions that were arising from those thoughts. Just at times feeling like, or thinking that, maybe this 365 days is pointless. It might not yield anything because I wasn't feeling the greatest, and here we go again type mentality, and this isn't fair, and just thoughts that are not at all helpful. That was yesterday, and as a result, my mood, as you saw, and if you watched yesterday's video, was pretty crappy by the end of the day. And one of the things I had done in meditation yesterday, after trying to visualize a future that I desire, despite the meditation being challenging, I did try and do that practice at the end of it. And I tried one other thing that from a Joe Dispenza meditation I did before, which is to after you visualize your future, to ask for it to sort of show up in a way that you least expect. I think he uses the term like to show cause in your life or something like that. But so I tried that yesterday after the meditation, and I don't know if this visualization and asking for that is just priming the reticular activating system to show you something that then you'll make meaning of, or greater meaning, or assign greater meaning to it. I don't actually know what's going on. I guess it doesn't really matter what the mechanism is. But at the end of shooting yesterday's video, I was feeling lousy, and then after I uploaded the video, I clicked on the comments tab, and I saw a comment from somebody, and the comment was, "I'm grateful for finding the channel. It's helpful when someone opens up in a vulnerable way." And that comment was sort of exactly what I needed to see at that moment in time. Hit me pretty hard. It was the first person who, I guess, commented on a video, other than people that I know that have watched some of these videos. It was a stranger, and to see that they were grateful, and that me opening up about my own mental health journey was helpful, was exactly what I needed to hear. Because when I started this whole thing, I said if I can help one person, then shooting 365 videos is worthwhile. And I got through 40, and apparently it was helpful to somebody. So, I guess it was exactly what I needed. And the interesting thing, I will mention that when I've meditated regularly in the past, I find that these sort of little serendipitous events seem to occur sort of right when you need them almost. I don't know what's going on there, but I have experienced this in the past with regular meditation. Sometimes you're grinding through, and it's getting really difficult, and then all of a sudden something kind of just pops up in your life and sort of takes away the grind. So it was pretty cool to get that last night. Other than that, I'm feeling good again today. I think a big part of this journey is going to be just not assigning too much meaning to the lows when I'm not feeling great. Just acknowledge that it's okay not to feel great, to accept that it's all right not to feel great. It's part of life. There's going to be lows, there's going to be highs, and to just ride it and not focus on the fact that, it's bad to feel down, because it's not, and thinking so will only make it worse. So, that was the last 24 hours, I guess. One other thing I'd add, something I watched recently, kind of ties into the subject of mental health, was called Hector's Search for Happiness, I believe, or Hector's Journey to Happiness. I don't know, if you search either one of those, you'll find it. Maybe I'll link to the movie. It was on Netflix. Really great movie, kind of lighthearted, and sort of touches on the topic of mental health. And I think the biggest takeaway I got from watching that movie, other than that it was a good movie, was the idea that, and I've been thinking about this a lot lately, that happiness is a byproduct of experiencing all the emotions that arise in everyday life events. So that is, regardless of the emotion, just allowing yourself to experience the full range of emotions without assigning a label to them, good or bad, is what creates the byproduct that we call happiness. So happiness is not the primary, it's not like a state that we experience. It's a byproduct of allowing ourselves to experience all the other states that we have within our life, or the emotional states we experience within our life. So I don't know, that was sort of the summary, I guess, or my biggest takeaway from the movie itself. And I've been thinking a lot about that lately and sort of coming to that conclusion. So it was good timing on watching that movie as well. Anyway, that's it for today. In closing, if you're struggling at all with your mental health, talk to somebody. I was struggling a little bit for a couple days there, and I talked to somebody about it. I felt better afterwards. Posted these videos, and in a sense, in doing so, broadcasted it out there, and somebody responded with a comment that actually made me feel a bit better. So that's really all I guess I want to cover today. Thanks for watching. Be good to yourself, take care of yourself, and we'll see you next time.